Hey guys, welcome back to One Stop Biology. So guys, today we are going to discuss about the disease cancer, and I hope you have undergone the previous videos. So guys, if you have, please do not forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new here and press the bell icon so that you can get all the updates. And guys, please do not forget to give your feedbacks. I would again request you to keep giving your feedbacks in the comment section of these videos so that I can keep improvising the videos as per your requirement. That is very, very important to me. So please keep giving feedbacks. So let's start with cancer, guys, today. Now, in the previous videos, we have already covered a lot of topics of this chapter. We are almost at the end of this chapter, which is chapter 8. Human health and disease of NCERT class 12th. We have covered AIDS in the last video. We have covered different types of immunity and the human immune system in the previous videos before that. So I hope you are going through all the videos in sequence and you're not missing any one of that. So basically, guys, when it comes to cancer, it is one of the most dreaded diseases in human beings, right? We are so much scared of cancer, right? And it is also a major cause of death all over the globe. So there has been a lot of treatment to cancer, but yes, in the advanced stages, it is very, very difficult for a person to survive, right? So, in India itself, it is said that more than 1 million Indians suffers from cancer, and also a large number of them die from cancer, on an annual basis. So, guys, what happens is basically in our body, cell growth and differentiation is highly controlled, right? So, where the cell has to grow and differentiate, it is controlled and regulated. Now, what happens when someone has cancer? In the case of the cancerous cells, what happens is that there is a breakdown of these regulatory mechanisms, and then normal cells show a property called control inhibition, by virtue of which what happens, other cells inhibit their uncontrolled growth. Now, in case of cancer cells, they appear to have lost this property of contact inhibition, and as a result of this, what happens, that the cancerous cells just continue to divide, giving rise to masses of cells which are known as tumors. Which are known as tumors. Now, these tumors can be of two types. It can either be benign or a malignant type. So, tumors are of two types, benign and malignant. Right. Now, what are benign tumors? So, benign tumors normally remain confined to their original location, and they do not spread to other parts of the body. So, they basically remain confined to the origin or the original location, and they do not basically spread to other parts of the body. So, they do not spread to other parts of the body, and that is why we say that they cause little damage, right? So benign tumors, they basically are confined to their original location. That is the reason they do not spread to the other parts of the body and they cause little damage. Now, what happens in the case of malignant tumor? Now, in the case of malignant tumor, they are mass of proliferating cells which are known as neoplastic or tumor cells. They are mass of proliferating cells. Now, these are known as neoplastic or tumor cells. Right. So basically, what happens is these cells grow very rapidly. These cells, they grow very rapidly, right? and they keep on invading and damaging the surrounding normal tissues, right? Now what happens that these actively divide, and they also then start starving the normal cells by competing for vital nutrients. Now from such tumors, what happens is that the cells reach to the blood, and through blood, wherever they get lodged in the body, they start a new tumor there. So basically they spread to other parts of the body as well. And this basically spreading is known as metastasis. This is known as metastasis. Now, this metastasis is basically considered, the most feared property of malignant tumor. So, which type of tumor is, the most dreaded one? It is malignant tumor, right? It is malignant tumor. And why so? This is because these have mass of proliferating cells which are known as neoplastic or tumor cells. These grow very rapidly, and they also reach to blood, and through blood, wherever they'll get lodged in the body, there wherever they reach in the body, they start a new tumor, right? So they basically spread to other parts of the body, and this spreading is known as metastasis, which is the most feared property of malignant tumors. Now, let's see what are the causes of cancer. So, basically, guys, what is happening is that normal cells transform into cancer neoplastic cells, right? Now, this can happen either by physical, chemical, or biological agents. Right. So this can happen either by physical, chemical, or biological agents. These agents are known as carcinogens. These agents are known as carcinogens, right? So say ionizing radiations like X-rays, gamma rays, or even non-ionizing radiations like UV rays. They cause DNA damage, which leads to tumor cells transformation, right? So in case a person is very much exposed to X-rays, gamma rays, or UV rays, they are highly likely to have the cancer or neoplastic tumor basically, right? Now then there are chemical carcinogens which are present in tobacco smoke. There are chemical carcinogens. These are identified as a major cause of lung cancer, and that is why on a packet of a cigarette, tobacco cigarette, you'll always find a warning that it is injurious to health. Why? Because a major cause of lung cancer is by the tobacco smoke. Now, again, cancer causing viruses are also there, guys. So there are some viral cancers as well. So these viruses are known as oncogenic viruses. These are known as oncogenic viruses, and they have viral oncogene. They have viral oncogene, right? So there are, say, viral oncogene which are present in viruses. There are certain viruses which can cause cancer. There are other genes as well which are known as cellular oncogenes, right? So these are known as C-onc or proto-oncogenes. So these are identified in normal cells which, when gets activated under certain conditions, they could lead to oncogenic transformation of cells. So guys, one thing you are basically you would notice, or you are noticing, is that there is no, definite cause of the disease cancer. You might get it through radiations, you might get it through various chemicals, like say tobacco smoke or different kind of smokes, or different type of chemicals maybe. You might get it from biological agents like viruses, right? there can be certain genes which are present in the normal cells, which when get activated, they cause cancer, right? So there is no certain, cause of cancer. There might be a lot of different environments, different type of agents in the environment which can cause cancer, right? Now let's see what is the diagnosis and detection of cancer. How do we exactly diagnose and detect cancer? Let's see that. So now, guys, what happens is that, early detection of cancer is very much essential for us to treat it successfully in many cases. And as I said before as well, that in advanced stages, in terminal cases of cancer, it is highly likely to be treated and the person is highly likely to be normal again. So cancer detection is based on biopsy. That is one. It is based on biopsy and histopathological studies. Now, biopsy or histopathological study of what? Tissue and blood. And also, there are certain bone marrow tests for increased cell count in the case of leukemia. So, in case of different type of blood cancers, you just do the bone marrow test to check the increased cell count. In other cases, it can be biopsy or histopathological studies of different tissues and blood, right? So in biopsy, what happens basically is we cut a piece from the that particular organ, or where there is a chance of tumor or cancer. We basically take out a piece, and from this basically tissue, to if like I have to be correctly tell you, we basically take out a tissue, and then from this tissue we cut thin sections, and this is stained and this is examined under microscope, right? Now what is the diagnosis? So basically what happens is that apart from that, techniques like radiography, which is the use of x-rays, CT scan, or magnetic resonance imaging, which is MRI, all these are also very useful to detect cancers of internal organs. So say in cases of uterus cancer or lung cancer or liver or stomach. So what happens is you basically get an MRI or a CT scan done, and through that also you can detect cancers in internal organs. Now basically what happens is that antibodies against cancer specific antigens. So there are certain antibodies against cancer specific antigens, so those are also used for detection of certain cancers. So basically techniques of molecular biology can also be applied to detect genes in individuals which are inherited, say, from their parents, or even grandparents. So what happens is that in many cases, like you say that the ovaries, cancer in ovaries is a hereditary problem. So if say your mom or your grandmother or somewhat your ancestors have been treated of cancers of ovary, or they have been detected with cancers of ovaries, there might be certain genes which can produce cancer in your body as well. So, identification of such genes can also lead to basically get to know for a person that he or she might have more chances of having cancers, right? So basically such individuals are advised to avoid exposure to carcinogens to which they are susceptible, like say in the case of lung cancer, it's tobacco smoke, right? So there are again different types of detection and diagnosis. Now let's see at the end what is the treatment of cancer. So, guys, the common approach for treatment of cancers can be, say, surgery, right? There can be radiation therapy, or there can be immunotherapy. So, there are three types of treatment line basically. One is surgery, then we have radiation therapy, and we have immunotherapy. right? Now, several chemotherapeutic drugs are used to kill cancer cells, but then they have, extreme side effects as well. Like the very common ones that you would be knowing is like hair loss, anemia, etc. Right? So basically, there is chemotherapy which is using chemotherapeutic drugs to kill cancerous cells, right? Now, again, tumor cells have been shown to avoid detection and destruction by immune system, and thus the patients are given substances which are known as biological response modifiers, right? So, such as say alpha interferon. So, alpha interferon is a response modifier, and what it does is it activates their immune system and helps in destroying the tumor. So basically what happens in some cases is that tumor cells starts hiding itself, and it avoids destruction by the normal immune system of the person. In that case, what happens is patients are given biological response modifiers. And what these biological response modifiers do, they basically activate their immune system and they help in destroying the tumor, right? So basically, what happens, guys, is most cancers are treated by, a combination of surgery and radiotherapy and chemotherapy. Right, so there is again, as we said, that there is no proper cause of cancer. You cannot say that there is certain treatment of cancer. There is a mix of treatments which help cure cancer in some patients, but again I would say that in advanced stages it is very difficult, and there are terminal cases where there is no probability of a person surviving. Right, it is highly likely for a person to survive. So guys, you can see how dreadful this disease is, how painful this disease would be, and that is why it is said that one should be very safe and very much cautious and aware, be very aware of the environment they are into, and they should basically prevent from doing anything which might be a source or an agent of causing cancer. So guys, with this we have finished the topic cancer, and the next topic we would be doing drugs and alcohol abuse. So I hope you would have understood the basics of the disease cancer, and how to be aware of the causes, how to be diagnosed, and how to be treated of the disease cancer. So please do like the video, share it with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. And guys, if you have any doubt in general, if you have any doubt in particular related to this video, please do not forget to drop in your doubts in comments of this video, or you can also message me on WhatsApp and ask your doubts. Okay, guys, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.